Hello, lovely crafty friends. I'm Sasha and welcome to Love Builds Up Crafts. So, today we're going to be making this fun spring card with an Easter surprise on the inside. So, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with 5x7 300 GSM white cardstock, and I'm going to use this 3.5 inches by 4.5 inch oval, and I'm just eyeballing it. But what you can do is draw a light pencil line at 4.25 inches of your card, and then place your oval so that the half of the oval shape is touching that pencil line. And we're going to do some partial die cutting. So if you're a beginner and you don't know what that is, I will link a video that will show you what partial die cutting is. And once you have that piece there, we're just going to go ahead and score where our imaginary pencil line should be. So for you, that will be scoring at 4.25 right over that pencil line that you drew. So once you've got that piece there, you're going to go ahead and fold the oval bit in backwards so that it is on the inside of your card base there. Then go ahead and reinforce the rest of those score lines so that we have a nice card base. And you can see the pop-up mechanism already starting to work. It's not like a massively pop-up, but I think it's still a nice surprise on the inside of your card. So let's go ahead and decorate that. I've got this set of oval dies from Tonic Studios, and I will link it in the description below. Right now it just looks like a whole lot of metal, but I just need this outline die. Really, you can use the other dies, but I just want that one. And I'm going to take the same oval die that we used to cut out the oval shape in our card base and place it on the inside. And obviously I need some cardstock, and we're just going to cut out that shape there, which is like a half rainbowy shape. And we're going to need another blank oval shape from the same oval die. And the amount of times I am saying oval is getting overly annoying. I hope you got that. So anyway, I'm going to place my blank oval over my other oval. Then I'm just going to draw a line there so that I know where to score, and I'm going to go ahead and score that. That sound there is the sound of the door opening because my son wants to know at 2 a.m. why he has to sleep alone. He clearly does not understand sleep training, but most men don't anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab this Happy Easter sentiment from the Fawn sentiments. I think this is from their latest release, and I'm going to ink it up with some slow drying wow embossing ink. I love this embossing ink because it really is slow drying and it gives you a lot of time to work with it. So most people want to know how to get a nice smooth embossed impression, and what I do is I'm going to ink up this stamp about 4 or 5 times, and this is what makes the difference. You want your impression to be nice and juicy. Okay, so go ahead and do that extra work of inking it up and stamping it over and over, and you'll know it's good when you've got that glossy. You can see it's like glossy and shiny, that embossing powder. So you've got a good enough layer of embossing ink, sorry, not powder. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some gold, metallic gold embossing powder, also from Wow Embossing, and I will link everything in the description, so don't worry. Just go ahead and heat emboss that and get ready to be blown away by this smooth like butter. Oh yeah, that is a smooth impression. Okay, and that's how you get your heat embossing to be a bit smoother. I didn't invent this, probably someone else did, but that's what I do. So anyway, now I'm grabbing my blending brushes, and I want to use the ink that's already on these Distress Oxide blending brushes. So I'm just grabbing my salvage patina and going around the edges of my egg there. That's some squeezed lemon, and then now some lucky clover, just to add a bit of some pastel ink blending to the edge of my egg there. That's the salvage patina brush, and I'm just trying to create like a smooth enough blend. And I'm finishing off with some Quiche Flamingo there. I love this color palette. I tend to like use this color palette a lot actually, but I don't have a lot of distress oxides, so you don't need a lot of distress oxide. I literally have like 10 distress oxides, so you don't need a lot. You just need to be inventive and creative in the way you use these colors. Alrighty then, so now I'm just pouncing my embossing ink pad onto some white cardstock. I always go for the pouncing method, but I've heard people say using a brayer works better, so I'm going to test it out since we're here. So I'm just pouncing and then rolling my brayer. Wait, that sounds like a good hip-hop mixtape, like pounce and roll, you gotta pounce and roll, you gotta okay, get on the floor and pounce and roll. Okay, like I actually don't know why I'm so hyper. It's like literally 3 a.m. So anyway, right, I'm going to grab my Gemstone Trio here, which has rose quartz, blue adventurine and lemon amber. This is from our embossing powder, and I'll link it in the description below. Terms and conditions may apply. No, I'm kidding. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in patches, and I started with yellow, but the trick to this is that you have to make sure you dust off enough of the previous color before adding your next color, because you don't want to contaminate your powders. So once that is all done, I'm going to go ahead and add some heat to it. I really love these embossing powders with the gold and the white bits inside. This one just has gold bits, but some of them have gold and white in them, because look, if you just add extra heat to a bit of the section with the gold, you start to see this flowering effect, and I really love that. And in order to get this flowering effect, you do need to have like a nice good layer of embossing ink and embossing powder, otherwise it doesn't move. So that was the bit where we used the pouncing our ink pad, and now we're going to heat emboss the bit where we used the brayer to get our ink on. And you can see they're both giving different effects there, which is really cool, because now you can choose which one you prefer. Personally, I prefer the one with the brayer, but you know what, they're both so beautiful. Like, I don't know what it is about gold. Once you add gold, like everything starts to sing. It's like, you are gold. Like, I literally cannot sing. If I could sing, I would sing everything. That's why God didn't bless me with a singing voice. So anyway, let's just see. You can see, just look at that gold. Is that not singing or what? That is definitely singing to me. That top bit there is the one where we use the pouncing with the embossing ink pad, and if we flip it over, we can see the one where we use the brayer. They are both so beautiful, and we're going to make them more beautiful with more gold. Okay, we're going to go ahead and foil that. That hot foil plate is from Pink Fresh Studios, and of course I shall link it in the description below. Okay, and I'm using gold foil from Crafter's Companion, which will be linked in the description below. So guys, make sure you check out the links, okay, because I take time finding all these links, so please use them, okay, please. Some of them are affiliate links, but most of them are not, because I'm still not sure how the whole affiliate link thing works, and I just don't need any extra thing right now. So sometimes you get a bit of overfoiling. What I do is just grab my eraser. This is a drawing pencil eraser from a teaser, and I just erase those bits out. I hate that I just kissed my teeth there. I really hate kissing my teeth. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and die cut the flowers there, and you can see which ones are from the brayer and which ones are from the pouncing, because the ones from the brayer have a bit of a lighter look, whereas the one from the pouncing have like a deeper look. But irregardless of which ones you prefer. I've done a bit of a mix and match. The ones on the right are from the pouncing and the ones on the left are from the brayer. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these to create a wreath around my hole there. You can go ahead and play around with the arrangements until you find one that you prefer. And once that's done, just check if you have any bits to trim off and how it looks once it's all closed up, and that looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to grab this hoop piece that we created earlier and pound some embossing ink on the edges and add some embossing powder to it. It kind of looks like a rainbow, doesn't it? I'm sure that's what I meant it to look like. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and heat emboss that. And guys, I try so hard to be normal whilst I'm doing like voiceovers, because I really am not normal. I promise to you, if you spend the amount of hours I spend hearing Cocomelon on repeat, you wouldn't be normal either. Okay, so no judgment. So anyway, I'm just creating a floral wreath around my hoop there. And once I'm happy with the arrangement, I'm just going to, if you had press and seal, this bit will be easier, but I don't have press and seal because I'm in UK and it is £15 on Amazon, and I'm just not doing that. No way. So what I do instead is I'm just going to lift up a part of my hoop there, add some glue to it, and then stick it on, and that way I can pick up my flowers there. Just go ahead and lift off your wreath and then pop it to the side, because we're going to heat emboss the Hello Spring sentiment from the same Lawn Fawn sentiment stamp set. And then we're just going to go ahead and use these gold watercolors to add some gold splatters, because we need gold. Okay, so we're gonna heat set that, and then once that's done, I'm grabbing some gold mirror cardstock from Tonic Studios and just cutting a sliver, literally just a sliver, and I'm going to glue that onto that edge there. And then now I'm going to pop up my I'm going to place my wreath where I want it, then pop it up so that I can add glue. This way I don't add glue anywhere else except that top flat, because I don't want it to stick to that bottom circle there, because then our card won't be able to pop up. So once that's done, we're going to test our little mechanism, and you can see there you go. And I'm just pulling down that pop-up bit just to reinforce it, because we have been pressing it down whilst we've been gluing all the other stuff onto the card. So we just need to make sure the mechanism works. And once we're happy with that, I'm going to grab a 4 1/4 piece of cardstock that's going to act as a base for our card there, and I'm just checking that it fits. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to add some "You're So Golden." Da, 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 da. I really do love singing, guys, but I hate musicals. I can never understand it. Okay, I love singing, but I really can't stand musicals. So anyway, I'm just grabbing a poly bag here because I want to create a flat shaker. So using a poly bag instead of foam tape to create your shaker. Foam tape and acetate makes the shaker flat. So I'm just measuring what I need to trim off there, because that's a 5x7 poly bag and my card is 5 by 4 1/4 inches, so I just need to trim it down. So I'm trimming a bit off the bottom and then a bit off one of the sides. Then I'm going to place it onto my base, making sure that the sealed side goes to the top, because the other two sides were trimmed off, so they're opened. So make sure that you add the sealed side to the top, then add some glue to the bits that you had trimmed off, and open up your flap. And then I'm adding some gold sequins there from Karen Jane by Studio Light, and then some green ones from Lucy's shop. Yeah, from Lucy's shop. I will link everything in the description below. Then I'm just going to seal that up and add some more red line tape so that we can stick it to a card base. Just make sure everything is nicely stuck down, and I hope you did notice that I only added red line tape to the left, the right, and then the bottom bit. That top bit needs to be left with that gap because that is what will allow our mechanism to work. I did try it with a card base and it didn't work, so that's why I did it this way. And to be honest, it doesn't show from the front of the card, which is how you view a card, because you don't view the card from the top. So it doesn't really bother me, and I don't think it will bother your recipient that much once they're wowed by this beauty. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please don't leave without subscribing to the channel, and please like this video and also share it with our other crafty friends who might like this card. And also please let's interact in the comments below. You can say something nice or just say hello, that's fine. You can ask a question or maybe even suggest a video idea that you might want to see me try. I am open to any suggestions. I just really love interacting with you guys because that lets me know if you like my content and if I should keep creating this type of content or I should switch it up. So please comment below so that I know what to bring to you. Thank you.